Hi Taurus, welcome back to Warrior's Journey Tarot. Today we're going to do your January 2019 monthly tarot reading. I'm going to be using the Fountain Tarot deck for a Celtic Cross, and then I'm going to clarify with the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards and the Work Your Light Oracle cards. Just wanted to mention also, soon I will be putting out all the weekly readings, which will cover general, and in addition to that, love readings that will also come out weekly. Okay, let's get started with your Celtic Cross for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let me quickly say Happy New Year. I hope you guys are having a good holiday so far. I hope you're going to have a blast for New Year's, or at the very least spend quality time with your loved ones. Hope you're taking care of yourselves. Let's see what's up for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of 2019, January. For the month of January 2019. Now, as you guys know, I'm going to shuffle, and if a card pops out after a good shuffle, that's my signal that that's the end of the shuffle. If it pops out too soon, I will show you the cards, but I'll continue the shuffle. If it takes too long, I will end the shuffle. Okay, so this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of January 2019 in the form of a Celtic Cross, please. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of January 2019 in the form of a Celtic Cross, please. Okay, I'm going to end it now. All right, on the bottom we have the moon. Okay, so the moon represents the subconscious, our hidden feelings. It could represent also secrets or deception, loneliness, isolation, depression, any of these things. Okay, so let's just see where this goes. We got the situation. Ooh, Nine of Swords. We've got the challenge, King of Cups. Conscious, we've got Queen of Wands. The foundation, we have the Sun. In the recent past, we have the Lovers. In the recent future, we have Justice. In you right now, Ten of Cups, beautiful. Surrounding you, Eight of Swords. Hopes and fears, Two of Coins. Outcome, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Coins. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's talk about this because it started out a little shaky here, right? Let's talk about the different pieces, and then we'll clarify with some oracle cards. Taurus, this is Nine of Swords in the situation right now. I'm going to tell you the honest truth, Taurus. I did your reading. Okay, before I shuffled and I pulled out, like, you know, what should I do next? Which sign should I do next? And it said Taurus twice in a row, right? So I did Taurus, and, you know, I got a very negative read, and it was a lot of, like, it was like 8 and 9 of Swords here, and then it somehow ended up kind of more positive, and I was just like, okay, am I picking up on someone really negative? I don't know, but, like, you know, I don't want to give Taurus this kind of, like, you know, kind of reading, because you guys have been so freaking awesome. I just didn't want to do it, right? And also, I was just, you know, doing another shuffle, and the moon card popped out from another deck right before I did this for you guys. And, you know, there's the moon here on the bottom. So I'm telling you the truth, like, Nine of Swords is the second time it came out in the same exact position. So we're just going to talk about it now, because it's speaking to old traumas, okay? In the situation, you've got Nine of Swords, which is about some situation that's got you feeling like you're cornered and that you're stressed because you're like, you know, you feel attacked. you feel like people are coming for you, and it's like a malicious, like possibly vindictive, like kind of very, you know, take hateration to the, you know, next level, okay? And so it could be also like an abusive situation, whatever the heck it is. It's Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is about mental anxiety, stress, sleepless nights, not eating well, not being able to rest and regenerate, being consumed by this kind of dread of something, some threat, okay? So what is it? What is the challenge? You see this King of Cups. Okay. King of Cups. Now, if that's your challenge, okay, let's talk about the King of Cups. King of Cups at a high vibration is someone who is like the King of Love. Mastered the cups, mastered emotions. It could be like a doctor, therapist type of person. Somebody who's, you know, deals with feelings, emotions, and, you know, mental conditions, and, you know, therapy and social worker, or something along those lines, okay? King of Cups at a lower vibration, or like, you know, negative aspect, is someone, you know, who's kind of like sick and twisted in their like kind of perverse way of like looking at how to manipulate people, right? So I see that, you know, when you're afraid like this, now I can't see, look at this person is as cool as a cucumber, the King of Cups, focusing like there, right? And then there's you, Nine of Swords, in the situation. The situation is one of like sleepless nights, anxiety, and fear. This is January. We're looking at January 2019. So this month, the situation that you're going to be in is one where you're going to feel like this. Your challenge is this. Now, your challenge might be to be in control of your emotions in the higher aspect of the King of Cups, okay? Or it could be that you are being challenged by someone like this King of Cups, lower vibration, okay? Consciously, we've got Queen of Wands. Subconscious, you've got the Sun. Let me just say, in your mind, consciously, day to day, what you're doing is very positive. Subconscious, beneath the surface, like, you know, some people, you know, even if you don't feel right, you'll act right and you'll still try to manifest positivity, right? But that's not the case here, because you see, like, you're doing right and you're feeling right, you know? Very positive cards. Look at these. They're both sunny as hell. But the situation is one of Nine of Swords, okay? Some kind of threat to your peace. Okay, so let's just talk about it. In your head, in your mind, Queen of Wands is someone who is very empowered, attractive, can represent fire signs like Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. Just because wands represent fire signs, it's someone who is like an older woman, because it's a queen. It's not like a spring chicken here, not a young person, not a student or university type kind of vibe. It's more an older woman. Very attractive, established, confident, outgoing, exciting, inspired. Wands are about creative energy, manifesting. It's also someone who's got psychic abilities, because you'll often see like this cat that you can barely it's barely visible. The black cat representing psychic intuitive abilities. So consciously, you're feeling very strong and empowered and ready to manifest, using possibly your, you know, psychic intuitive abilities. On the foundation, you've got the Sun. So beneath the surface, Taurus, this month, you're happy as a lark. Look at the Sun. Sun is about truth, clarity, success, abundance. It could even represent childbirth, innocence, childlike innocence, because we can't avoid this little kid, right, on this swing. The Sun is about any kind of darkness. When you see the Sun card in a tarot reading, even if you have negative cards around here, the Sun will always trump it, okay? So it's okay. Whatever this dark kind of thing in this situation here, it's okay. The Sun on the foundation says, in your gut, in your feelings, you know you're the Sun. You are this beautiful innocence, like of childlike innocence and youthful excitement and like, you know, clarity, truth, honesty, all these noble qualities and success. You've got wonderful energy, okay, going into the new year for January, consciously and in the subconscious. I don't know what this is about, but let's find out, okay? Recent past, we have the Lovers. Okay, so recent past might have been someone that you broke up with, might have been someone you were dating, might have been a Gemini, okay, because Lovers are represented by Gemini. So Lovers also speaks to the need to make a choice, okay, in something. Let's find out what that choice is, because then you go from the Lovers to this Nine of Swords, being victimized and being like sleepless nights and anxiety, right, to Justice. Okay, Justice is about legal issues, it's about karma, it's about things working out fairly for everyone involved. And when you see Justice in your spread, generally it can speak to, you know, things working out in your favor. Okay, so whatever situation there is here, that you've been dreading, okay, challenged by the King of Cups here, whatever it is, it's saying it's going to work out fairly, fairly for everyone involved, okay? And I think you're going to be fine. Why? Because when Justice says it's going to work out fairly, you have clarity, truth, success, positivity, all. Conscious and subconscious. That means I don't see you feeling like you've done something wrong to warrant some kind of reprimand or some punishment. So maybe you're being challenged by somebody in January, right? It happens, right? It happens to the best of us. And then somehow, like in the recent future, in January, the recent future, you're going to see that everything is going to work out. It's because this is you in this situation. 10 of Cups. That's like one of the most happiest cards. Taurus, you're doing wonderful, okay? 10 of Cups is about success and complete emotional fulfillment, because you've got family, home life, work, love life, everything that, you know, is important to you that you need to be happy and fulfilled. It's all full. All your cups are full. 10 of Cups is about great success and fulfillment, emotional fulfillment in the areas, especially in love, okay? So you've got that in the situation. That's you. Things working out in your favor, okay? Probably. There's a tone of it's in your favor, and it's saying for all people involved, it will work out fairly. Now, if you were wrong, it's going to come out that, you know, it's going to reflect in the judgment call from Justice. If you were right, like I see here, that you've been above board and absolutely fabulous. Okay, you have nothing that you're hiding or scared of. Does this person look like they're hiding? No, they're like, check it out. Check me out. Look, try to find something on me. Try to find some shit and dirt on me. You won't, because I'm the fucking sun. I've done everything above board and I'm awesome, right? And that's why things will work out in your favor, and that's why you're going to be 10 of Cups. You're going to be singing, because it's going to be a wonderful change. 10 of Cups is a completion number. 10s are completion numbers. You see another 10 over there, right? Okay, let's keep going. Around you, though, there's 8 of Swords. Surrounding you, there's someone either is representing this energy, or you are surrounded by this type of energy. What is the 8 of Swords? Well, look, I told you I did this reading for you once before, and I was like, fuck this, I'm not going to give a shitty reading to Taurus this month. And I don't usually do that. Like, not ever, I don't think, since I started. But you guys have been so awesome. Like, I don't know what this was. Did I shuffle right? Like, I don't even know. So I deleted it. But again, 8 and 9, right? So you can't avoid it when it is a good shuffle and it is the real situation. You had this in the last time, was like recent past to 9 of Swords here. Now it's surrounding you, okay? Basically, it's speaking to, I think, you are feeling like this in this situation. Why? Because people around you are doing this, right? This is someone, this woman is blindfolded and there are 8 swords around her, and she's so scared and fearful that, you know, she can't even know, she doesn't even know that she could just take the blindfolds off and step around those swords and go back to her castle and live in peace, right? So somebody around you is trying to intimidate you. Somebody around you, I feel, is trying to cause this kind of stress and anxiety and invoke fear in you, right? And you know this, right? This is you in this situation, and you're like, okay, I do feel attacked, and I am losing sleep over this asshole who's trying to stir up some shit, right? And it looks like it could be somebody, you know, who works possibly in the professions of, you know, something to do with like therapy or doctory type, you know, healer type energy, or a therapist or social worker or something along those lines, okay? Trying to stir up some shit, trying to cause problems, even though maybe it's from jealousy too, you know, because I see like you're amazing here. This is about being attractive, exciting, dynamic, and all these things in your head, right? That you feel you are. That's a very confident card. Subconscious is like, and you have truth, clarity, and purity and goodness on your side. And the subconscious, no skeletons. You're feeling great. That, you know what happens when that shit happens, right? People get jealous. They see you happy. They get jealous, and then they want to stir up some shit and cause problems. So, you know, possibly that's where this legal issue is coming, but it'll come out in your favor. It doesn't look like it's a big deal, but it looks like it's an annoying nuisance for January, okay? But you're going to come out smelling like roses. And around you, though, is this petty bullshit of like people trying to put these swords around you to invoke fear, right? You see this? 8 of Swords surrounding 10 of Cups. What does that look like to you? When you have an 8 of Swords, fear and, you know, paralyzing fear, you know, and intimidation around a 10 of Cups. Does a 10 of Cups look scared? No, it doesn't. 10 of Cups is someone who's completely happy and fulfilled. 8 of Swords surrounding you. Okay, well, people are trying to do this to you, or whoever's challenged you they're now scared because they know whatever they tried to pull is not going to work. Okay, in your hopes and fears, there's 2 of Coins. 2 of Coins speaks to juggling finances. Speaks to lots of busy time. It's always about being really busy. Communications, coming in and out, maybe related to work. It's about keeping your head above water, okay? It's about a lot of things going on, a lot of plates spinning at one time. So your hopes and fears, maybe, you know, it's just that you're hoping to get a lot of things done this month. You're keeping really busy and active, and you love what you're doing. It's just that you're also worried because you're worried possibly about finances, okay? Because maybe overspending from the holidays or whatever, everybody does it. Maybe that's got you focused on your coins as well, okay? But do not worry. You know why? When the outcome is what, Taurus? Is 10 of Coins, 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is about riches, inheritance, legacy. Okay, it speaks to like a happy marriage, happy, you know, family and in-laws, like a marrying into like somebody who comes from an awesome kind of lineage or family. Speaks to, you know, the whole 9 yards of marriage, family, grandparents, dog, home that's like a castle. Like it's amazing. 10 of Pentacles is complete material completion. Material world, you know, including relationships, wealth, your own family, everything. It's completion. You've got 2 of the bestest cards for completion. Got 10 of Cups, complete emotional and material fulfillment for January. Does it get better than that? And of course, so that's why you got this Moon card here. Let's look at the depressing cards for a second. Moon, 9 of Swords, Eight of Swords, okay? So we see at the bottom of the deck, moon. I love the moon. I think it's I love the moon, okay? Anybody who works with crystals or anything, we all know the power of the moon, okay? But the thing is, it also represents what you can't see, right? Whereas sun represents everything that you can see in the light of day. Everything is out in the open. There's nothing to hide. Moon is, yeah, you don't see everything, because in the darkness, by the moonlight, there's a lot of things that are hidden that you don't see. Intuitive, psychic abilities, but it also speaks to isolation, depression, and things like that. So there's a lot of water here, right? Where else do we see water? Water, water. Okay, well, what does it mean? Maybe there's something going on that you don't know about quite yet, okay? This is still in the end of December. We're talking about this is for January situation. Sneakery, maybe some deceit, something that people are trying to pull, you know, without you knowing. And this is going to lead to you feeling attacked and on the defensive and losing sleep over it, because nobody wants to, like, you know, be vulnerable like that where people are coming for them, you know, and you didn't even warrant anything like that. That's why surrounding you, you got the Eight of Swords, right? Because you're above board, I see that they're going to be running scared, okay? It's like you picked the wrong person. All right, let's pull one Sacred Traveler card for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of January 2019. I really hate it. It looks like a bullying kind of situation. And it happens. Sorry, I don't mean bullying like Taurus the bull. I mean bullying like the bull is getting bullied. Let's get a card, please, for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of January 2019. Okay, I'm going to take this. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Answering the call. The time is now on the bottom. And there's this doorway open and there's a deer here and it's going to the path, okay? So it's saying the time is now. Answer the call. Now, top card we have wandering path. Enjoy the journey. But there's a fox here. Okay, let's see the fox. Yeah, okay. Let's talk about this. I don't know what that card means. I haven't seen it yet. So let's see, wandering path. It says, you don't always need to know where you're going. Accept the fact that sometimes the path in life is circuitous and meandering, yet know that you're always exactly where you need to be, even if it doesn't seem like it. Be present with your journey. Embrace everything that you encounter on the path. It's all for your highest good. Accept what is. That this is a key to inner power. Okay, so be present with your journey. Embrace everything that you encounter on the path. It's all for your highest good. Accept what is. This is the key to inner power. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know when you're traveling, you are in the present moment. A mystic traveler has no specific goals for the future and is not focused upon the destination. Everything is fresh and new. At times, it's difficult to accept everything that occurs on the road of life, especially if the road seems to twist and turn in unexpected ways. It's an act of courage and faith to accept what is, without judgment or dismay, and to keep going. Trust that there is a plan for your life and it's unfolding perfectly. Have faith that you're on the road that you're meant to travel on. Accepting what is doesn't mean that you can't work to change it, because you can. However, this card does suggest that every experience is supporting you for your highest good and your spiritual evolution. If there's something you can't accept, start by gently accepting the fact that you can't accept it. Allowing for your own wandering path is the key to grace and peace in your life. That's pretty self-explanatory. Like, we're talking about this situation here that you guys are going to encounter with possible, like, you know, somebody trying to stir up something and cause problems for you this month, right? And it's saying here, wandering path. Now, you see this fox too, right? I personally don't like foxes, but, you know, it speaks to like some kind of cunning kind of like, you know, vibe there. So it's saying that whatever's going on in your path, you know, don't take it to heart. Shit happens, right, on the path. And it's saying, you know, in a very general way, it's all for your highest good. So don't freak out when, like, you know, if something, a curve or a bump in the road or whatever happens, right? Like, this situation here. It's just saying, don't be attached to it. Keep pushing. Keep on moving, right? At times, it's difficult to accept everything that occurs on the road of life, especially if the road seems to twist and turn in unexpected ways. It's an act of courage and faith to accept what is without judgment or dismay and to keep going. Okay? Accepting what is. Embrace everything that you encounter on the path. And this is the key to inner power. Okay? So we see that. Now we're not going to put that up there. It's like a poo-poo card. Let's put that next to this little asshole over here. Okay. Sorry for swearing. Next, let's pull the Work Your Light card for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of January 2019. And take that. On the bottom, there is dance. Do something to shift your vibration. Yep. So Taurus, like, don't be caught up in this drama, okay? Whatever's happening, you're very happy. You're great. But it's also saying there's a need, aside from that, for January, if you've been staying at home a lot, and like, you know, been a homebody and whatnot, and your energy's got a little bit stagnant, it's saying, you know, dance, listen to music. It really does change your vibration. And so try to get more playfulness incorporated into your life for January, okay? The ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Ugh, another one. another, okay. Accept what is card. Let's see. Work Your Light. The ever unfolding rose. I'm going to have to look up that. Okay, 28. And it says, okay, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. The challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want to close it, to let life crack you open, to open through hurt and loss, to allow what is falling away to fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as much as triumphs and adventures. Wherever you find yourself at the moment, life is coaxing you to enjoy. What is it? Life is coaxing you to keep your heart open, no matter how much it hurts, to continually unfold, to let life crack you open. Perhaps you are going through a difficult time right now. Instead of cursing the difficulty, see it as a blessing, to open yourself up to the truth that perhaps, as hard as it may be, life is happening for you, not to you. And one day, in the not too distant future, you may just bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. Now is the time to go gently, to treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby, to wrap yourself in a blanket and trust that the mother has you cradled in her arms. The seas may not all be smooth sailing, but you are safe and you are held. One day, not too far from today, you will look back at the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be, caps, okay. Everything is going to be okay. Let it crack you open. Okay. So Taurus, that was your reading for January 2019. I see there's going to be an obstacle that's going to come up. There's possibly some kind of like ruling that's going to be made. I don't think it's going to be a big deal, but you know, it's just saying like when you encounter this thing, this obstacles on your path, it's saying, both of them are saying it's happening for your highest good, basically, and to not be attached and let it weigh you down, and to know that, you know, that it was meant to be, and that, you know, it will serve you better in the end. Even saying with this one that, you know, later on down the road, like years later, you're going to be like, wow, that was great, because this negative situation that's happening might just be something that brings something wonderful into your life that you're going to be grateful for. And in the end, really, who cares, right, about what this is? Because you've got such positive cards. Your headspace, where it's at, is freaking awesome. Your subconscious foundation, it's the Sun, the most happy card in the deck. You, Look at these two, 10 of Cups and the Sun next to each other. Doesn't get better than that. Okay, that's you, that's you, that's you. Outcome, that's you, right? Around you, there's haters, sure, causing problems. But you are smelling like roses and looking freaking awesome for January, okay? Just tread gently, you know, when you're dealing with people, and watch your temper. I know Tauruses don't have a terribly, you know, hot temper, but once if you're vulnerable and they, you know, these people get you at your vulnerable spots, you know, once the bull starts going, it's not a good idea. So just be very mindful this month and focus on the positive. This stuff happens, right? That's what it said. Shit happens. Don't let it get you down. Taurus, that was your weekly read. Sorry, that was your monthly reading for January 2019. Tune in for your weekly readings, okay? I'm going to have your weekly January 1st to 8th, general and love reading following that. Take care. Talk to you guys soon. Love you all.